Alright, hello there, welcome back to another different video. Today's video, we are going to be predicting the NFL Divisional round. Now, we did a really good job in our wild card prediction. Quite literally, the first prediction was the only wrong prediction. I guess the Chargers would win. They did not. Steelers and Ravens, I guessed the Ravens. And I even guessed 14-31, 17-31. It was 14-28. Pretty close. Broncos, Bills. I definitely didn't guess this score, but I did guess the Bills. Eagles and Packers. I did guess the Eagles. Commanders and Buccaneers. I did guess the Commanders. And Vikings and Rams. I did guess the Vikings. So, pretty good percentage. Pretty good ratio there in terms of right and wrong. We got, 5 right, 1 wrong. Will that continue in the divisional? Probably not. This is where things get tight, but I am looking forward to this. I have been waiting for these bigger, more important games to happen, and we have some phenomenal games. Let's start out with the Texans and Chiefs. This one's not that phenomenal. The biggest thing that sucks about this, obviously, is the Texans are just not a very good football team right now. Offensively, defensively, they're showing out. But to be honest with you, stopping the Chargers is not the same as stopping the Chiefs. And then the Texans offense struggling against the Chargers defense is valid because they're tough. But the Chiefs defense is also tough. So it's not going to get much easier, if any at all. And to be honest with you, the way that Patrick Mahomes is going to be dictating the flow of this game, I think the offense of the Texans is going to have to rush themselves a little more than they'd like. They're going to have to play a little bit more hasty, force a little bit more of the big plays to happen than the likes of the Chargers, where they can kind of just stick to game script. But against the Chiefs, let's say it's fourth and 3. Against the Chargers, you might kick that field goal, but against the Chiefs, you might have to go for it. This is the team that if you have an opportunity to try to go for a knockout, you're going to have to take it. So it's going to be tough for the Texans, and I'm definitely going to go with the Chiefs to win this game. Really, I'm just talking about opportunities that the Texans are not going to be able to pass up. And if they miss, they miss, but you're going to have to salute them trying. My prediction, though, like I said, is the Chiefs stick to their game plan. They let Patrick Mahomes do what he does best, and that's just win. They let him control the game, feed the ball to Kareem Hunt, feed the ball to Isaiah Pacheco, kind of rotate between the two until you find someone who gets the hot hand. Once you find out that hot hand, in the second half, you continue to feed them and continue to control the flow of this game if you're the Chiefs. And then you also have Xavier Worthy, who's been playing much better. You also have Travis Kelce, who's still all reliable. You have DeAndre Hopkins, who is able to make big plays happen. And then you also have, in a sense, all reliable in Juju, where he was part of that Super Bowl run, and he's had some big catches in the past for this Chiefs team. And then he's had some moments this season for this Chiefs team where it's like, okay, I'm not surprised the Chiefs are able to make that work. Anyway, my final score prediction will be, let's go with 28-14 or 28-17 in favor of the Chiefs. I have a hard time believing the Chiefs won't put up at least 24 or more. I know this Texans D has been a little bit more tough, but it's hard to stop the Chiefs. Moving on to the Commanders and Lions. I'm not too keen on saying the Commanders have a chance here, unless this is the only way the Commanders have a chance is if they absolutely just drop a bomb on this Lions defense. And the only reason why I say drop a bomb is because the Lions defense obviously has been through so many injuries. But it would take probably, 35 points to beat the Lions? Is it possible? Sure. But the Lions, if the Lions, from start to finish, don't just, run the ball, and they're just dominating so much that it doesn't matter. If they actually just play their game, they're dropping 40 in this game. Seriously. The Lions are going to drop 40 if the Commanders are remotely in it. If they're in the lead early, then they're going to play it safe. They will at least drop bare minimum 30 points. This Lions team offensively is just a different beast. And the Commanders, I'm sorry, what the hell? What are the Commanders going to do about this? Seriously, like I'm definitely going hardcore Lions here. Lions are dropping at least 30. We're going to say 35. Final score 35-24, 35-21. Then we got on Sunday Rams and Eagles. This game, honestly, I'm a little bit afraid of being a bit more low scoring again, just because both of these defenses have been playing super well. And the Eagles also running the ball a lot. Jalen Hurts was really rusty in the first game. So hopefully that does not continue, because I'd like to say the Rams will play better than the Packers did, and they also won't have the same luck with the poor refereeing, but the Eagles are a running team. They're going to continue to run the ball. The Rams love to run the ball and set up that play action for that Puka Nacua kind of play. And then defensively, like I said, both of these teams have been playing so well. I'm going to go final score 20-17 in favor of the Eagles. I think the Eagles pull out this one. Lower scoring game. And then we got the biggest game of all the games, Ravens and Bills. This one's going to be the game of the year so far. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, 2 MVP frontrunners. Literally everyone's just talking about, oh man, is it going to be Josh Allen? Is it going to be Lamar Jackson? Is it going to be Josh Allen? Is it going to be Lamar Jackson? Well, you have the Bills defense, who sometimes is absolutely amazing. The Ravens defense, who has been playing significantly better as of late. And then both of these offenses are just so high-powered, so high-octane. They come at you in big splash plays, but also they can come at you in 10-minute drives, 10-plus plays, like just grueling for defenses. So it is going to be very interesting how this is going to play out, because in theory, you could have this massive shootout, right? Because that's how good both offenses are. But at the same time, because the run game is so good for both of these teams, more so for the Ravens, you could have a slugfest where it's like only 2 possessions in each half. It could really go either way. I feel like it's going to be one or the other, because it's not going to be a defensive masterclass. It is going to be Josh Allen. How much can you outsling Lamar Jackson's running game? Or Lamar Jackson slinging the ball, how much can Josh Allen outduel him and slowing it down with his running game a little bit? Because for both of them to be throwing knockout punches is unrealistic. One side is going to be throwing those knockout haymakers. The other side is going to kind of try to set up with the jabs. More likely to be the Ravens. Or, you know what? I would say more likely to alternate, right? It's going to be alternating between these long drives and short drives and splash plays and then again these short gains, but getting these first downs. The way to win this game, who's going to force the most turnovers? That is the way to win this game. It seems like common sense. Sure, maybe, but let's be honest. The offenses are going to find success one way or another. Make it easier on them, but also make it easier on yourselves by just cutting out these long drives, getting these interceptions, getting these fumbles. Who is going to win the turnover battle? Turnover battle is going to win this game. Now, I say that, and I could be wrong, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really think that's what it boils down to, on top of, obviously, who's the better quarterback in Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen on that day. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I'm definitely going to go with the Ravens just because I feel like they've been more hot in what they do. And I really feel like the teams that they've been playing, they're humiliating more than they probably should. And I don't think the Bills would humiliate the Texans like the Ravens did. I don't think the Bills would humiliate the Steelers like they did. Now, you guys may look at me and say, you're crazy. How could you not say that? Dude, I've seen the Bills play the entire season, and there's only a handful of times they've just like absolutely wowed me with just shitting on these teams. I mean, anyone can shit on the Jets, but they were not able to shit on the Lions, could not shit on the Patriots, could not shit on the Rams. The Niners was like the first time in a minute, because if you look at the Colts, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, Seahawks was an exception, but it's pretty hard for them to shit on these like decent to good teams. They even lost to the Texans earlier in the year. So I'm going to go with the Ravens because of that. I really feel like they just play tougher opponents right now, and they're just so much more built for the moment, as opposed to the Bills, who been a bit closer with these tougher opponents. But nevertheless, it's going to be a great game. Let me know what you guys think. What are your predictions? I was 5-6 last time. What will I be this time? I'm excited. As always, this is Ollie Been Different. We've been different. And we out.